Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your August monthly tarot reading. Thank you so much for watching my channel. My name is Hannah and I will be your reader for the next few minutes. For your first crowner, you have Ego. And it's clarified by the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords. So what I'm picking up here, Sagittarius, is there's been this shedding of the ego. Some of you have become much more spiritual in the past few months. And what I'm seeing here is what I like to call post-red pill blues. Post-red pill blues. It's actually an album by Maroon 5. But what this is when you wake up, because that's what a lot of you have done. You've woken up and you've started to see the world for what it really is, the power that you truly hold, the power that everyone truly holds. You've broken your mind free of this matrix plane, and you start to see everybody in your reality and how conditioned and asleep other people are. This can be family members, friends, partners. And I think there's just been a lot of changes that have gone on since you've woken up. I think some of you guys are going through a dark night of the soul. Now you can look this concept up. Dark night of the soul. And what this is it's like a depression period. Because you're starting to see how enslaved everyone really is. And it's sad. You know, when you see your family members, your loved ones, conditioned and following this bullshit system, it can be very, very detrimental for your own mental health. What the dark night of the soul also is a shedding of that old ego. It's not just one process. You don't just wake up and boom, all of a sudden everything's perfect and happy and all of that. People tend to think that being spiritual means you're positive all the time and you're happy all the time and everything's just happy and dandy and perfect in your own little bubble, right? But that's not true. Yes, everything's beautiful. You start to see things from a very beautiful and enlightening perspective, but you go through a very deep healing process, especially if you're older. If you've been on this plane for maybe 50 years and you're just waking up at 50. Or, some of us wake up younger, some of us wake up older. We all have a specific time that we're going to wake up. So I think some of you are really shedding that ego, all of those conditions that were once a part of you, that you thought you held true to yourself, but they really weren't. They were just a part of this system that you were once a part of. And now you're letting all of that go, and it's a very painful process, guys. This is not pretty. Healing is never a pretty process. I say that I don't even know how many times. Healing is purging. When you release, it's not pretty. So I think some of you guys are going through a very dark time right now because you are releasing what does not serve you anymore. If you've recently woken up and you need a hand, you need some guidance, feel free to message me. I've been on my path for quite some time now, and I feel like, I could be a torch holder for some of you. So feel free. Don't be afraid to reach out if you do need help, if you do need assistance, because that is what I'm here for. Part of my mission is to assist others who are waking up. But back to your reading. I think some of you are really seeing how asleep everyone is. And much like my mission is to assist others, so is yours. Some of you are the torch holders, you're leaders. You're a torch holder in this very dark place. You're an angel embodying a human being for some time. So don't worry, Sag. This will end very soon. Very soon. But some of you are a leader. You're the torch holder of your friend group, the torch holder of your family. So understand that they will wake up in their time. Try not to force it. Don't force it. Understand that everything has a time and place. Just because they didn't wake up in the same time as you doesn't mean doesn't mean that they're never going to wake up. So just be patient with yourself, Sag. Be patient with others too. Because I think for some of you, you're starting to really crack that reality of what you once lived, the people that you associated with, the habits that you participated in, the person you were. You're starting to disconnect with all of that stuff. And I think some of you feel quite alone. And what I'm seeing here is some of you only have maybe one or two people in your awareness who really invigorate that spirituality within you. Some of you have two particular close friends, or close, could be a partner, family members, people in your awareness who understand you, who get you. And that's all you need. That's all you need. But you have the Two of Earth for your second crowner, which is clarified by the Four of Swords and Temperance. Your card. So like I said earlier, there's a lot going on right now, Sag. A lot of changes are happening in your life, but you are finding that stability amongst the change. Rest your head because everything's going to be okay. Have patience with yourself and trust that you were only in human form. Humans are imperfect. There's things about us that are imperfect, that we don't show everyone, that we see in the dark. I think some of you guys are letting your insecurities get the best of you, but we all have insecurities. Some of you need to focus on the divine being that you are versus what you don't have. Some of you need to look at life with a more playful approach, guys. This is all a game. It's all one long dream, basically. One long lucid dream is what I like to think of this life as. You're basically the star of your own personal movie. You're the main actor, you're the director, you're the producer, you're everything in one. So embody that role. Be the leader of your own life. Take control of your own life. I think that's what some of you guys need to hear right now. Because some of you guys know this, you know that you have control over your life, but you're not taking that control. Does that make sense? Like, you know this knowledge, but you're not actively using it. And what's the point of knowledge if you're not using it? It's just sitting there in your head. You know what I mean? So some of you guys need to meditate. Some of you need to embody prayer or embrace prayer into your practice. Because prayer is very powerful, whether you believe in a higher power or not. Pray to yourself, if you don't. Some of you need to ask for things because you're being watched by an angel. There's something here that is maybe even two angels for some of you. They're watching over you and they're waiting for you to ask for things, waiting to bring you abundance, guys. Some of you guys are making decisions this month as well. The Nine of Earth also tells me that you're very abundant this month, so that's good. The Sun card comes in with that healing energy like I was talking about earlier. And you start a new journey with the Three of Wands. Like I said, some of you are turning your back on your old life, the way that you used to live, the way that you used to think, the way that you used to act. It's all changing this month, guys. You're healing, guys. You're seeing something for what it really is. I think some of you are even embodying that childlike energy, feeling like a child once again. This is all just a game. Life is just a game, guys, and you're the main player. So go play, go have fun. I think some of you need to have a little more fun in life and stop being so serious, stop focusing on the negative, because some of you are very abundant, but you don't see it. You don't see it. You're focusing on what you don't have, what's yet to come. Some of you are going to be putting a lot of endings to things this month, things that you thought you wanted. The Nine of Air is your last crowner, which is clarified by the Star card. And the Ten of Wands. Now I have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Air, which is basically the same card, just different decks. Some of you really are expecting the worst. You have this negative outlook on life, guys, and I'm telling you, your thoughts create everything. They do, and you know this, Sagittarius. You know this. This is not anything new to you. But you're not embodying it. You're not practicing it, you know? Some of you are preaching this to people. You're preaching this. Hey, your thoughts are everything. But you're not actively practicing it yourself. Does that make sense? So practice what you preach, Sag. Practice what you preach. Because some of you are expecting the worst, and where there is expectation for something, the universe is going to come through. So don't expect the worst. Expect all of your wishes to come true. Even if there's endings of things that you didn't think were going to end. You're starting to see things from a very different perspective, Sagittarius. And you're starting to want to put endings to things that are not serving you anymore. And maybe this is sad, this is painful. You know, releasing, like I said, healing is not pretty. Releasing is not pretty. It hurts. It hurts to let go. Attachment is the root of all suffering. Some of you guys are attached to something, whether it's a job, a person, a way of being, a way of thinking, and you need to let this go. Some of you guys really need to let go of negative thinking. That's what it is that you're attached to. Negative thinking. Because some of you guys have miracles waiting for you, but you're not actively taking the steps to achieve them or to make them happen. Some of you keep trying to manifest, and you just keep hitting dead ends. And you're just like, why isn't this manifesting for me? Because it's all up here. I actually watched The Matrix last night, and I hadn't seen that movie in years. And I was actually very shocked at all the esoteric, symbolism in that movie. And the little bald-headed boy, when Neo goes to visit the Oracle, he tells him, don't try to bend the spoon. Act as if the spoon isn't there, or something like that. He says something like that. And I don't know, that really struck a chord with me. Act as if it's not there. It's not real. None of this is real, guys. I mean, it is, but it's not as real as you think it is. Like I said, this is all just one long lucid dream. When you're dreaming, that's when you wake up. Because you're in the fourth dimension, you're in your spiritual body. But when you come back into this physical vessel, this is the dream. The waking dream, as some call it. But you have the Seven of Wands for your first clarifier, which is telling me that some of you are quite guarded towards someone that you're in a relationship with. Some of you are having anxiety about your relationship. This is all just the ego. Your anxiety comes from the ego. And this is you that is guarded, Sag. Like I said, I think some of you guys' insecurities are getting the best of you, making you defensive in a relationship. But you have the Six of Pentacles for your second crowner. Clarifier. Which is telling me that some of you guys are going back and forth about your career. What it is that you want to do, what path you want to take. Some of you guys really need to meditate and the answers will come to you. You need to rest. You can't get ideas when you're constantly thinking about what stresses you out. You're not making room for those ideas. So some of you guys need to rest and be patient and make room for new ideas to come in, because some of you guys, there's a blessing for you here, Sag. The universe is trying to bless you with something. Maybe you and someone else. Maybe you're with someone. Maybe you're with a partner. Some of you are in a relationship. Somebody is trying to bless you here. Something. An angel, maybe. Whatever you believe in. Extraterrestrials, higher dimensional beings. It's all just labels for the same thing at the end of the day. But there is something here that's trying to be generous to you. But you're not allowing it because you're not taking the time to rest and figure out what it is that you want from the universe. How can you get what you want if you don't even know what you want? You know what I mean? So you have the Two of Wands here. which is telling me some of you guys have made plans during Leo season. And you might start to see these plans come into fruition at the end of August in Virgo season. Some of you are just waiting, like I said, for a blessing. Some of you are waiting for something that you've been planning for quite some time, guys. And it is some sort of abundance here. Whether it's an abundance of love in a relationship, or if it's an abundance of money, like a lump sum, or a new job. Some of you guys have been waiting for something for quite some time. You've been planning something for the past 2 months, maybe 3 months. And it's trying to come into fruition, but you have to be the one that changes your perspective to allow this in. Remember, none of it's there. Act as if none of it's there. Act as if the spoon is not there. Your bank account, I hate to tell you, it's all up here. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but eventually you'll start to see what I'm talking about. And you might already. You might just need to hear it once more. But some of you guys need to change your perspective about your money situation, because you keep manifesting lack because you're in a mindset of lack. You have abundance here, Sag. Embrace it. The lack is not there. The abundance is there. Everything that is there is because you see it as such. But you have the Two of Cups for your last clarifier. I think some of you guys have had some serious negative thoughts in a relationship. Yeah, somebody has serious anxiety in a relationship, especially if you're dealing with an air sign. Somebody's fearing betrayal. Somebody's afraid of betrayal. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Also, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is what I'm picking up. But there is definitely, somebody's like expecting the worst out of a situation in a relationship. And you need to change your perspective a little bit, Sag. If this is you, take a leap of faith. Blind faith may seem foolish. That's why it's the Fool card in the tarot deck. But it also gets us to newer heights where people weren't willing to go initially. And your advice card is the Queen of Water. It says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Care for yourself and others emotionally. Emotionally, guys. You need to care for yourself emotionally, because some of you guys are too giving. You're too giving of your emotions, and you need to give that back to yourself. You're going through a healing process right now, Sag. Give some of that love to yourself. Treat yourself as if you were your own child. Talk to yourself as if you were your own child. Be gentle. Be kind to yourself. And the blessings will roll in. But that is what I see here, Sag. If you have any questions, please DM me or email me. All of my information is in the description box below, and I can get a little more specific on your situation if you'd like a personal reading. But other than that, I will see you guys later. Take care, Sag, and have a beautiful rest of your month. Bye-bye.